Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we have got another Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 Prestige class video for you. And today, coming at you from the Complete Divine, we've got ourselves the Sacred Exorcist. Now, today we are going to talk about what is the Sacred Exorcist. We're going to talk about what does it take to become a Sacred Exorcist. Third, we're going to talk about what you get as a Sacred Exorcist. And finally, we're going to talk about how good the Sacred Exorcist is and how you might use it in a build. So let's get started. Alright, so first off, what is a Sacred Exorcist? Well, fairly simple and fairly obvious. What it is it is an exorcist. It's someone who has been ordained by their religious order or whatever sort of philosophy they believe in to exorcise people that have been possessed and to deal with the undead and the forces of evil, particularly evil outsiders. So these guys are on the front lines exorcising people who have been possessed and also dealing with undead and evil outsiders in the process. So pretty simple, straightforward stuff. If you're going to be playing one, going to be dealing with undead a lot. That's going to be kind of your big thing. Next up, let's talk about what it takes to become a Sacred Exorcist. Alright, so first, you have to be a good alignment. So that's fine. Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, all valid. Next, you're going to need knowledge of the planes, and you're going to need 10 ranks in that. Then you're going to need knowledge religion, and you're going to need 7 ranks in that. So not too terrible. As a divine caster, that's something you're going to want anyways. And you're going to need the ability to cast dismissal or dispel evil. Either or works. So that's interesting. So the reason for that is that allows you to get in as both a paladin and as a wizard or sorcerer. Cleric can get access to both, but you could get in as a divine caster as well. Bard, not so much though. And finally, you need to be sanctioned by a religious order that ordains Sacred Exorcist. So makes sense. Okay, so that's what it takes to become a Sacred Exorcist. Let's look at what they get. Alright, first off, they get a D8 hit dice. So that's pretty solid, pretty good and tanky. They also get a average base attack bonus, so that's alright. They get bad fort and reflex saves, but a good will save, so that's nice. They also get full casting in whatever caster class they had, but it has to be a caster class that could cast one of the 2 spells it took to get in, either dismissal or dispel evil. So it has to be a casting class where you have that spell in order for it to be qualified to advance. So interesting. On top of that, they also get simple weapon proficiency, nice little bonus thing. They also get full turn undead, so they get turn undead and at every level, and it's going to stack with any turn undead you might have from, let's say, cleric or paladin or whatever. So pretty decent. They also get an ability called exorcism. Exorcism is going to allow them to attempt to exorcise someone that's possessed. Basically, it's a charisma check against or a modified charisma check against whoever's possessing. So basically, it's a charisma check, and then you add your class level, and they add their hit dice. And it's not even a check because they don't roll. They get a 10 and you roll a die. It's not super likely to work. The thing is reasonably strong, but if they're not, then it can be useful. And you can do this as much as you want. This is standard action that you can do as many times per day as you want at will. So that's cool. They get resist possession, so that's kind of nice. They get a +4 on that, so that's pretty cool. And that's only for possessing spells, and then a +2 against a whole bunch of other stuff. So they get a +2 to dispel any possessing effect, and they're also going to get a +2 against a bunch of stuff. So a +2 against any charm, compulsion, or spells done by undead or evil outsiders. So not bad. They get detect evil at will, or second level. At second level they get it. At third level they get chosen foe, which is similar to favorite enemy, but they don't get any bonuses on damage. It's just a bunch of other stuff. So it's okay. It's a +1 on a number of skill check. Can be okay. And the chosen foe can be either undead or evil outsiders, your choice. Fourth level they get dispel evil once a week, and then that can go up to 3 times a week by later levels, but once a week's not a lot. Let's be real. At 5th level they get consecrated presence. This one's interesting. So they get a 20-foot aura that is consecrate, and it moves with them. So they have a constant consecrate effect that just follows wherever they go. So that's kind of cool. It's a nice little permanent thing that they get. And finally, at 8th level they get holy aura, which is just they can cast the spell as a spell-like ability once a day. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And that's everything that they get. So let's talk about how good they are. So there's a couple ways you can use this guy. First, you can use it as it's more or less intended to go as a cleric and just go full on, turn undead, and just be really, really good against the undead. That is one option, and it's not a bad one. You have the ability to turn undead. So you will turn undead at the same level that you would for if you just gone straight cleric, which is good. It's really good. And you also get a bunch of other kind of cool things that is better than what a cleric gets. A cleric really just gets more spells and their turn undead goes up as they level up. They really don't get anything else. So adding more to that is pretty nice. I mean, they don't get as good a fortitude save, but aside from that, they lose nothing. So it's kind of big to go into this. Now, another option is to do it as a 1-level dip, either as a sorcerer. Sorcerer is actually a good one. You couldn't go till 10th level, but a 1-level dip on this to get divine meta magic would be really big, or even just to like use it to get access to devotions. Very, very big. And you just need a single level of this. And it would work particularly good with sorcerers because, you know, charisma. So potential option you could do as a 1-level dip as a cleric as well, but I don't know how useful it'd be as a cleric, to be honest. Probably more, yeah, you wouldn't really want to dip it for a cleric. If you're going to go cleric, you go all out. But yeah, you could do this as a dip class for a sorcerer, which could be interesting. So yeah, that's mostly how I could see it being used. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. Maybe subscribe for more videos. Also, I have a Twitch channel now, so check that out. Link in the description below, as well as to my Discord. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you